Yo guys, welcome back to the channel. Quick little GoPro tip from me today, and this is how to get more immersive GoPro footage. So whether you're like me and you're on a mountain bike, a motocross bike, or any action sport that has motion in it, this is how you get more immersive video footage. So in this little pouch of mine here, I have some ND filters, and ND filters are little extra lenses you can put on top of your GoPro lens, and what it does is it filters out sunlight. So as you can see now, I'm sat in quite a shaded dark spot, and GoPros are notoriously bad in low light. So whether you're in a forest or anywhere that's not super exposed by the sun, GoPros aren't generally the best. But if you flip that and you are shooting video in a really exposed place, like over there, which is like there's no cloud cover or anything, it's just really, really bright sun. Sometimes video footage can be a little bit harsh in the sunlight. So what these ND filters do, whip one out now for you, they basically block out sunlight. And what that enables you to do is, when the sun is really harsh, you can drop your shutter speed and you can get that speed blur effect in your videos if you're doing like action sports with anything that has motion blur. So these are the ND filters that I have. Thought I'd add this bit into the video for you. So they come as a pack of 3. Each one has a different filter on, if you like. So they go up in numbers. So we've got an ND8 filter, ND16, and ND32. And depending on where you're shooting will determine which filter you should use. So this is the ND8 filter on. Now watch when I take it off. Look how overexposed that goes. Wow. Next one up, which is a slightly darker lens. You see how it's changed again now. I think that's probably what I'm going to do, but see that it's just blocking out a little bit more sunlight. ND32 lens on. It's probably a little bit too dark, that one. So this is what it looks like with no ND filter. This is just the camera's normal lens. It's on automatic shutter speed. Everything is just being sorted out by the camera, and you can see it's a very sharp image. I think it's too sharp. It doesn't really look what it feels like. There's no blur at the side of the screens. It's not how the human eye would look versus what it would actually look like if you had the ND filter on like this. So this is with the ND16 filter on. I have the shutter speed at 1/48, I believe, and 24 frames a second. So you can see there's a lot more realistic blur on the sides of the screen. And this is a side-by-side comparison, so you can see directly what the difference looks like with and without an ND filter. So that was the comparison between running an ND filter and not running an ND filter and putting the camera on automatic. I was actually using a gimbal on those runs then. So this is a GoPro gimbal, and the GoPro Hero 7, ironically. That combination there, gimbal and the GoPro Hero 7, is my favorite combo for creating like really cinematic looking GoPro stuff with an ND filter as well. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you found that tip useful for how to get more motion blur in your videos. I found it really useful. Quite cool as well. I think people love it. There'll be a link in the description below if you want to check that out to go and get the same ND filters that I have. And if this video did help you out, consider giving it a thumbs up. It does help spread the love and spread the channel and put the video in front of more people who need to see it. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one.